Well, hey everybody, Cleta the Cheetah here, and I am going to be doing a little 4-part series on a look that's called the New Nudes. It's in the new lookbook that just is coming out in February. And I thought before I would just go straight into glamour, I'll just do 4 little parts. So the first one is going to be right now, as you see, I don't have makeup on. This is going to be foundations and concealers. Then part 2 is going to be eyes. Part 3 is going to be cheeks, contour, highlighter, and part 4 is going to be lips. So please don't just stop here. Go watch the last one, if nothing else. So anyway, what I have done is I have done my skincare, which I use the Mary Kay Body Firm Prepare Set. In addition to that, I have on, so I washed my face this morning and I put the serum C+E first, and then I put the lifting serum, then I put the pore minimizer. Okay, all have different things that I need. Then I put on the Mary Kay Deep Wrinkle Filler right through here, right through here, right here. And then I put on the Mary Kay Body Firm Day Cream. And then I put on the eye cream, the Body Firm eye cream, and then foundation primer. So that is what I've done. Then it takes me forever to do my brows. Y'all probably got great brows. And mine are sparse. I got a little spot here that is a scar and there's no hair and I have to work on it. And it just like it makes the video way longer than it should be. So I just went ahead and did my brows. And sometimes I do that in the morning anyway, because it takes me a minute. And then I feel like if I've done everything else, I mess up my foundation or whatever. So anyway, I just use this brunette precision brow pencil. And it's really a thin, if you can look at it, it's really kind of a thin, so you get really fine hairs. And I use this eyebrow brush. So just to brush them up, then I do it, then I brush them up again. So we also have a brow tint, but today these are the 2 things I use. So otherwise I don't have anything on. And I went to and turned the filters all the way off. So this is how I really look. Okay, so today I want to show you something if you're in, like me, a transition time where you've maybe lost your tan, you're like, your foundation is just a little bit too dark or too warm or too yellow or whatever, because it's a little colder outside. You can switch down to a different foundation or you can mix a little. So I have 2 foundations that are my go-tos, and I like the matte 3D foundation in the Timewise. It has age-fighting benefits and it stays on all day. And this is the Beige 200. Okay, but it's a little bit too dark right now. I noticed that the other day. And then, so I like this Beige N150. This is the N200 and N150. So I'm going to mix those and put a little bit of this N150 in there so it doesn't look too dark on me for right now. Okay, so this is the way I do it. I just use the back of my hand as a palette, and then I just put some on there. I always put too much. I know what, good thing I sell it, right? You can put it right on the brush as well. Then I'm gonna put the 150, and I'm just gonna stick some of that right there in the middle. Okay, so that's what I got. And so then I'm gonna use the Mary Kay foundation brush. This is the one I like. I should have used a clean one to show y'all. Let's see if I got a clean one in here, since it is a video. Yes, look at that. This is how they normally look. Isn't that so nice? Okay, I did clean all my brushes on January the 1st, but they get dirty. So you need to have several of them. So then I just pat it in there. So I'm just mixing them, and then I just pat it. I usually just do one side at a time. And as you can see, I have an olive skin tone, but on my face, I have redness. So in my opinion, nobody wants to have a red face, right? But like down here is not that red. So you want to just kind of be watching it. I was watching a show last night with my mother, and I said, look at her makeup. I said, they got it wrong. I said, her face is 100% yellow and her neck is red. It looks crazy. And then I just blend it on down so that you don't see any kind of a line right there. Okay, then I'll just do the other side. So I just kind of tap it on. You can put this on with your hands. You can put it on with we have a big blending sponge. And you always kind of want to get some of your ears too. I usually don't put my earrings on. I did that special for y'all. But sometimes your ears, like if you have super white ears and you're putting this foundation on and then it looks crazy, especially if you wear your hair short and your ears are so white and then your face is a totally different color. So what's the goal? to look natural. Okay, so you're just going to blend it on in. And then I have a little bit left over on my hand, so I'm just going to take all that. And I'm just going to put it right through here. I don't worry about that here too much because I do wear bangs and you can't see it that much. And so then around my brows, I'm going to kind of just try to go careful so I don't get it on there. You see what I mean? And then for today, I'm just going to go ahead and just do some, just kind of put it on my lids as well as a little base coat. You can also use concealer for that. So that's step one. I got my makeup mirror over here too. Okay, that's step one. And I mean, it dries pretty quickly. If you use the luminous foundation in Mary Kay, which is for dry to normal skin, let it dry a minute because it's going to look a little shiny until you let it dry. Sometimes I do mix the CC cream in with this as well, but today I didn't. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use this, and it's called Under-Eye Corrector. So I'm going to take some of it. It's got a little bit of peach tone, and I do get dark under the eye. I know you might think that's a lot. I don't care. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this on. This is just our perfecting concealer. And this one is in deep ivory. And it's a lot lighter than I am. But I tend to have these lines right through here. And you know what happens is if you have any kind of a little wrinkle or line, it forms a shadow. So it's kind of like if I had an eraser stick to erase my wrinkles, where would I put it? And that's where I put this. So like right through here. And I know some of y'all are going, you could just go get you some Botox, Cleta. I could, but I'm not. Not today. Okay, so that's where I like to put it, right there. And so then I'm going to use my Mary Kay. This is the cream concealer brush. And I'm just going to pat that out. Make sure you get like right through here. Some people don't get their nose. And then like there's a little makeup crease right there. So I just blend it right through there. And then I'm blending it through here. You don't want to have so much on there that the makeup gets in your lines, right? So you just want to blend it out. And then up here, it's just for a little bit of a lift. Anywhere that's light tends to lift, dark goes in, light makes it come out. So, all right, so then this is the under-eye corrector. And I'm just gonna blend that in as well. You can add a little bit of your regular concealer in there with that, like your skin tone, for a little bit more coverage if you need it. But the key is if you are a little more mature and you have some wrinkles around your eyes, you got to blend it in good. And so like I'll blend it now, and then before I do everything, I'll blend it again just to make sure I've not got too much product under there that's got in your lines of wrinkles. Now, sometimes I look up here and I see that. I'm like, So sometimes I will actually take some of the lighter concealer. This is a wrinkle trick for y'all. So, and I just like let it dry in there. You can do powder too, but I'm just going to really, and my bangs usually cover this up anyway, but if you got something you're trying to do, it does help. And I did put wrinkle fill. See, look, not even going to show, right? Okay. So that is your concealers and your foundation. And I'm going to go ahead and put a dusting of the translucent powder. We have silky setting powder as well. Today, I'm going to use a translucent powder. There's already some in the thing, in the lid. And I'm just going to use our big powder brush. I'm not going to use a lot because I'll probably do another little dusting of translucent powder before I finish. So I'm just going to tap some in here. If you're oilier, you can kind of press it in there even. And our powders are milled real fine, so you can kind of see the powder goes up instead of down in your lap. So that's helpful. Unless you get too much on your brush, right? And this is really great. If you use CC cream, it just gives you that flawless finish. Now, if you want a little color, that setting, the silky setting powder is the way to go. Okay? But this color is good for all skin tones, be it ivory, beige, or bronze. I'm beige, so there you go. All right, so that was part 1. So you have to come back and look on my YouTube channel or in this Facebook group for part 2, which I'm going to do the eyes next.